So, I'm a little late because I saw that video that I'm responding to just now, and I'm kind of surprised that um, Prince Solomon was this clumsy to make a video about, patriarchy and it's a white man's system of oppression and all that dumb shit. I could have sworn he used to listen to Sarge's videos. I know him and Sarge have talked before, but I'm a bit disappointed in, this whole dumb shit of, you know, patriarchy is a white man's tool, the white man's oppression, and, niggas want to be like white men. I only, I only watch the parts that I'm reacting to is basically the first 5 minutes. And he goes down and saying that in reality, YouTube is a platform for black men who do not normally have a voice, and he's right about that. I'm not the typical black guy. Most black men on YouTube are not the typical black guy. The average, I've honestly, even with the conscious community, even though they're growing and a lot of people are aware of it, even like 6 years ago when the conscious community was really just a thing that you would see in major cities or in Harlem and shit like that. Um, outside of those places, you don't see conscious brothers. You don't see brothers challenging Christianity or having alternative beliefs. You don't see that. Um, Another thing, and he's right, they're black men, on an everyday basis, they're not worrying about patriarchy. They're not saying like, oh, these black women, they don't know how to submit, because most of these dudes they don't really have girl problems. They don't have problems getting girls. The problem is them not keeping the girl, or they're it's either because she's ungrateful, or she doesn't appreciate him, or she played him, or it's in the reverse to where um, he's just full of crap. He's full of baggage and stuff like that. The average lame on black YouTube, they're not. They don't have those issues. They don't have those girl issues. Those player issues of, oh, which girl am I gonna talk to tonight, or which one of my side chicks is gonna be my new main chick. These lame black dudes, we don't have those conversations with ourselves. We don't have them with each other or anybody. We don't. That's not an issue that we face. The majority of black men on YouTube, we're basically, we're stuck at level one, which is basically, how do I get the girls to notice me? How do I'm frustrated. I have I believe I have all the tools needed. I have this and that. Where the women at? That's basically our issues. We have the tools, but we don't have the trophy. We don't have the award for being an on-point black man. And Prince Solomon, he made up this argument that black men, they're not. Most black men don't worry about feminism, or they don't have an issue with it. And they brought up that there isn't a lot of black feminists out there. True, you won't see a lot of staunch feminists, with black women who are walking around with um, bell hooks, novels, and downloads off the Kindle or whatever. You don't see that, but the thing is, feminism is still indoctrinated in most black women. They may not identify it. They might not say, oh, I'm a womanist or I'm an intersectional feminist. I'm a sex positive feminist. I'm, whatever type of label feminist that they are. They may not say it. You might not meet a lot of women, but you will run across majority of women, especially those who are in college, because who are like that because a lot of these liberal arts courses that your university requires you to take, such as English, you find a lot of these feminist professors in English and mostly liberal arts professions. They're generally English, and then you break it down in subcategories like your humanities or philosophy or whatever, and they'll spread their feminist nonsense. Um, I believe my kinesiology professor, she was a feminist. She had those, girl power, rape culture ideology. I remember one of my friends, she came up to me and she's like, I'm a feminist. And I'm like, scratching my head, like, this is a dingy bitch. I'm like, she's a cool chick, but it was like, she knows nothing about feminism, but she doesn't know anything about like bell hooks or Alice. Of course, women know Alice Walker, but they don't like study it or anything about it. But it's pretty. It's you meet females like that in college who are just feminists because it's trendy and shit like that. So you do meet black women who are, I'll probably say, literary feminist or literal feminist. They literally claim it. Then you have other feminists. I'll probably call them recessive feminists. And these are women. These are black women or women who are kind of I'll probably say they're a major problem in black society. They're the major problem that black men kind of have had an argument with, even though they may not have noticed that it was feminism 10 years ago. And the issue with the whole, black women independence thing. We can do that all on our own. Black men are just, they're not really needed. They're sperm donors. You see the, custody issues with children and abortion, and it's always the woman's decision, but the man is needed for, he's called when there's something bad, like, child support or, shit like that. Black men have had issues with, the feminist ideology, welfare, and where I've heard the argument of, women getting jobs quicker and easier than black men, even though she may not be qualified or, there's this privilege, Professor Black Truth talked about the black female privilege. Um, and there's always been, black men talking about, the issues with black women, the attitude, taking masculine roles, identifying as masculine people, or, not learning how to be, feminine, not understanding submissiveness, and, that has always been a complaint for decades. Black women lacking femininity and, trying to identify as um, both genders. So, and like I said, these recessive feminists are usually the average everyday black woman who may not may not believe in everything that's feminist, but generally she's a woman who, she believes that, nothing wrong with, having sex with a lot of dudes. Um, you know, chick who has a bad attitude, the type of women who identify as both father and mother, women or house women or mothers who don't believe in gender roles. They just let shit fly. These are the, women who are just single mothers and they champion themselves as being single mothers. So you have those proxy recessive feminists that most black men really don't like, and I think And that would kind of contradict the argument. I'll debunk the argument that Sincere and Prince Solomon made about black men don't really have any legitimate beef with feminists, and they don't know any staunch black feminists. And I'll admit I have feminist friends. To be honest with you, they're all right. They're cool people. They're really not the ones that I would cuss out or make a video or angry response video to. They're all right. I've seen one of them change. I remember one girl. You know, she was very. She seemed very hopeless, and she had trouble with men, and she was in a relationship that was kind of fake, but she put a smile that she liked the dude, and now she's with a dude that she likes, and she's living better. She likes and luckily it's with a black dude, but she likes the relationship. She likes being in love. So and I have another friend. She's a minor in women's studies, but she doesn't believe in feminism. But she just wants to be there for women and stuff like that. I can't knock her for that. But the issues that I do have with feminists, the issues that I have with feminists are usually corporate feminists like your Bell Hooks, your Jamila Lemieux, who sprinkle, who try to create proxy. I don't want to use too many buzzwords that y'all don't really catch, but that I make up. But like I was saying, the proxy recessive feminists who they eat up like little ideology, and they'll have like I said before, they'll eat up little ideology, and they'll start talking, identifying as independent, the strong independent black woman, the black woman who's is superior, she's the head household, you know, fuck gender roles, she's the defiance of society, that shit. So basically, the proxy recessive feminist is the, are women who eat up feminist ideology, but in like tiny pieces. They don't really know much about feminist history, but they have the ideology, and this is why you know people should frown upon women or anybody who reads black publications like Essence, Ebony, um, Cosmetology, Cosmopolitan. Usually, they cater to kind of women who are recessive, proxy feminists or whatever. 'Cause especially this year, especially for like since um, with Ebony, you see a lot of feminist articles, and usually, in the past, usually just made good articles about black issues, but nowadays it's really kind of gotten to shit to where it's basically black female issues that really are impractical, not realistic, and just kind of nonsensical into baiting that black men are these evil patriarchs or oligarchs who kind of live for the suffering of black women. Anyways, I think this would be like the first half because I really wanted to break it down, and I don't want to make it super long because I want people to watch it and so forth. So this would be the first half of you know debunking Prince Solomon and Sincere.